I've always had a loud mind, a mind that never stops thinking, never stops planning, strategizing, all that stuff. A blessing? Maybe. A curse? Definitely. Hey everyone, Wylearn here, and today we got a little bit more of a laid back and honestly more vulnerable video today for Wylearn Wednesday, which is on a Thursday. It's been busy with a lot this week. I traveled home. I'm back in the USA for a little bit and been taking a bunch of paid calls this week. So I thank you for the support on my channel lately and for understanding that Wylearn Wednesday it just needs to be on a Thursday sometimes. And I was just very tired and needed some rest, honestly. YouTube's been going up again from my February slump, and I'm very excited for that. It's been a great roller coaster ride so far since quitting my job, and this month has been much better across the board. More views, better RPM, more calls, more software work, and so far this is on track to be like my best month of self-employment. So thank you for that. We've been on a roll with the finance videos, and I have plenty more of those lined up for the coming weeks. And also let me know what other topics in that niche or others that you'd like me to cover. But today we kind of have a different topic, something that I really have always struggled with, and that's a loud mind. So today maybe you'll get a glimpse at some things that I maybe don't like about myself, but I'm learning to accept them over time. No matter what I do, I always feel like my mind is running at 100 miles an hour, always thinking of the coming week. Like, what can I do next? What work needs to get finished? What video should I make? What ideas do I have? Who do I need to reach out to? How do I make more money? How do I improve? It never stops. And honestly, it's exhausting. And it's not always a bad thing. I mean, I think this constant drive has helped me to get to where I am today in many, many things, professional software career, my finances and this YouTube channel. But I cannot relax. And I find that honestly, most of the time, I have no desire to relax. Like unless I'm doing something like a very limited number of things, like gaming, being outside, watching the Packers, being in the gym, or spending time with people I love. Like I just can't sit down and turn it off. Like every little problem that comes up in my life, it's like I can't rest until I attack it and I'm at peace with it. And this has become evident during my self-employment journey since quitting my job in November. And this last February really hit me hard. Like as you could probably gather from my February income video, like I had some moments where I was really questioning the journey I was on. Like YouTube revenue was down, my investments were going down a little bit, and like freelance software work was way harder to land than I expected. And trying to do this thing called self-employment is no easy task. For the first time in my professional life, I was spending more money on travel and expenses than I was bringing in between my different income streams, and that just didn't sit well with me. I knew this would be the risk when I wanted to be my own boss and take the gamble, but it's still weird when it actually happens to you. I even had a series of days where I was just not making much money at all and things were not going right. And I remember my girlfriend and I had some plans during a week that stuff wasn't going well. And I was just not into it. Like I was just sitting there, in restaurant, whatever. I could not stop thinking about like, how can I fix this situation I'm in? How can I make better videos? How can I be more appealing to clients? Like I was just zoning off when I should have been living in the moment and enjoying myself with the amazing person and amazing people I was with. Because I wasn't making much money. And in my mind, that's a problem that needs to be fixed. Like it's just completely different than a job. Like instead of the cozy paycheck coming in every 2 weeks that more than covers the cost of everything and allows me to invest, for the first time in a while, I was spending way more than I made. And that's not a good place to be for those who watch my finance videos. But it's normal for this type of thing, for income to be unpredictable while you're starting up. My mentality my whole life has been, if stuff isn't going well, you need to attack those problems relentlessly. And that oftentimes comes at the cost of my own happiness or the happiness of the people around me. And I eventually told my girlfriend, like, look, I need to work right now. I can't enjoy myself knowing that I'm just relaxing when stuff isn't going well. Like I'm not doing well. I'm not where I need to be. I need to turn the ship around. I got to reach out to more people, make better videos, do more research. And I could see she was a little sad and that hurt me. But at the same time, she was very supportive of me. And it's always been this way for me. Like even since high school, I remember there were times when I was very unhappy with the way things were, like not making new friends. I needed to do better in classes and not making new friends. I needed to, study more for exams. And I remember instead of sleeping, I would just walk around my parents' house when everyone else was sleeping, like literally walking in circles, listening to music, just thinking of how can I, make the most of this situation? How can I improve? How do I make a plan to study more, meet more people, or new things I can try? And each time I enter this mode, I attack the problems and I made a better plan. I honed in on my strategy, found creative ways to move forward, and usually turned it around. That's just kind of been who I am. And sometimes I've wondered if this is a blessing or a curse. Like when I was younger, I thought having a loud mind was really seemed more like a curse than anything. I overthought everything. I was always extremely critical of myself or any issue that happened. And sometimes it just didn't do well. But sometimes this desire, it's helped me with achievements, but it has come at the cost of just me being able to relax and me being at peace with things. It's come at the cost of my sleep. I've spent late nights thinking, early mornings attacking. It comes at the cost of people around me and maybe not putting in the effort into other things that I need to be. So at times, it just hasn't been good for me. I have over time, I'm learning to deal with this a little better each time, but it's just who I am. And that's why I can win in many areas of life, because when things don't go well, instead of backing into a corner or giving up, that's when I usually do my best work. Instead of complaining about things that aren't going right and blaming people around me, blaming the algorithm, I'm wide awake, I'm attacking, I'm researching, trying new things and improving. And sometimes that's just what it takes. I feel fully self-accountable for where I'm at in life and the direction in my life. And if you're like me, if you can't shut it off, in a way, you're very lucky. You have a source of energy that I don't think everyone has. And if you can learn to manage it well, you really can use it for great things. Sometimes I just need to learn how to do nothing. And in my mind, you have to earn the right to do nothing. Like, I'm more than happy to do nothing as a celebration. I landed a client. I booked a bunch of calls. I made a killer video. But not doing nothing while I'm in the peak of struggling. So this week and weekend, I'm doing something that I do once a year that really helps me out, which is I do a retreat through my church where you're forced to disconnect from things around you. And I'm doing it with a few friends and our dads. And here's the premise. You have no phone, no internet, the silence of you and your thoughts, kind of in a beautiful part of Wisconsin. A lot of people cave in during it because it's literally 3 days of no technology, no talking. And it's just designed to be a comfortable place for you to think about your life, spend time thinking about your purpose and what you're doing here and, talk with your creator a little bit. Last year I did it and I did the full 3 days, left my phone in the car and everything. And we'll see if I can pull that off this time. It's going to be tough. So usually I'm here in the comments, interacting with you guys after my videos. But for this one, I'll see all of these on Sunday. Couple day break from my uploads as well. So maybe send me some positive energy and some prayers that I can read when I come back and read them on Sunday. I've kind of been forcing myself to just slow down. Sometimes it's not bad to relax, to step away and try to disconnect. And I'm auto uploading this video, so I really hope that doesn't get screwed up too. I wish I could just relax. But I also think this is the universe's way of telling me I need to be doing something. I have a drive and a purpose and something I'm working towards. I am getting better at relaxing while moving forward, and the early days of the journey are usually the hardest for stuff like this. So I'm going to keep pushing through. I want you guys to keep pushing through as well. Because, for the longest time, I thought my mind and the way I think about things was a weakness because it made me restless, anxious, overthinking everything and impossible to enjoy the moment. But now I'm just kind of accepting it's who I am, and maybe that's what I need to succeed. I don't know. If you're like me, your mind never shuts off, tell me in the comments, how do you deal with it? Do you fight it? Do you learn to embrace it? We'll be back to some banger videos soon, hoping to get some more finance stuff, but with a couple more life topics sprinkled in. So I hope this resonates with some of you out there watching, and we'll see you in the next one, and take care of yourselves, guys.